At Learning Through Loss, we really understand that going through difficult times and going through loss is something that we all experience, and that healing through those losses is an essential life skill that we need to learn. Really, grief was never meant to be done alone. It was always meant to be done in community, and increasing our capacity to be with grief and to support each other through grief again. Youth are at a really unique time in their life where they're at developmentally. So loss experience at this time in life actually leads to a very unique experience of grief, that which is different from that of a child or of an adult.
It's really hard to sleep at night sometimes because just stay up and toss and turning, all these effects just from your parents breaking up.
Socially, I just separated myself from everything. I never wanted to go to school. Like, I didn't. I just wanted to stay away. Didn't feel safe.
It's actually been shown that it can take them up to 2 years to even disclose that they need help because they don't want to be seen as different from their peers.
My self-esteem fell dramatically, like a lot. There's no doubt about that.
Over 75% of youth who are in the criminal justice system or who are affected by mental illness or addiction or homelessness, over 75% of those youth experienced a big loss earlier in their life that they didn't have the skills or the resources to heal through.
The death of my father, my attitude changed, started dressing differently, I started making not so great choices like drug abuse and alcohol. Sort of like cheating, because it's just a numb, like as soon as you use the drug or as soon as you drink, you forget about all your pain and everything, and it just shouldn't be that easy.
We have several different types of services. We deliver grief education to youth, so we're in classrooms all around the Greater Victoria area. We actually speak to over 3,500 youth each year from grades 6 through 12, opening up conversation about what is grief? What does it look like? What kinds of losses and situations can we experience that may lead to grief? And most importantly, what are the skills and strategies for healing through it in healthy ways? So there's grief education for youth. We also deliver support groups to youth.
The 8-week support program is designed to provide an opportunity for young people to connect to each other, for young people to see that they aren't alone in their experience of loss, and hopefully to create friendships and to create a deep sense that there's nothing wrong with them.
Really, really hard focusing in school when you always have the constant thoughts on your mind about your parents to see if they're going to be all right, or how's your brothers doing, what are they thinking, is this ever going to end, all these feelings.
Our curriculum is trauma-informed. It's based on experiential activities. It's based on fun. When we can, we get out in nature.
So trauma-informed practice is, from my perspective, a philosophy. It's this recognition that the context that a young person brings in with them is much more than what one can see. It's not just their physical appearance or their immediate story. However, when people come in, there's a story that they're bringing with them. And a trauma-informed approach ensures that the practitioner or the facilitators are thinking about what those larger stories are.
The third type of program that we offer is community education. So we realize a part of helping youth is to also increase the capacity as adults in the youth's life to know how to talk to youth about loss, to know how to support them in our community. So reaching out to other youth-serving professionals, teachers, parents, and then we can say, hey, this is what we've learned over the last 30 years. Here's our curriculum. We'll teach it to you, and then you know your community best. Take it and run with it.
The 8-week support group has been servicing youth in Victoria and the Victoria area for quite a number of years. And something that we've been very passionate about is asking ourselves, which groups aren't being represented? How can we support Indigenous First Nation communities and their youth? And that's been really exciting, working with places like the Victoria Native Friendship Centre, the Wasanik Tribal School, and other local nations to help support their communities in engaging their youth. As well, we recognize that in this day and age, many people are fleeing their homelands, their countries, for numerous reasons, for persecution, and that they're arriving in these new places and they're experiencing profound loss. There's this notion that if someone's experiencing persecution, there's been a lot of organized violence. And often the way to address that is to organize hospitality.
I had an opportunity about a year and a half ago to be in a room full of 600 adults and elders, and I asked the question, who here had an opportunity when they were younger to learn about grief before it actually happened? And not one single person raised their hand. And that to me just shows, and it really speaks to what learning through loss wants to accomplish. I want that to change. I want 20 years from now for me to ask the same question to a large group and to have everyone put up their hand. This is essential. We all go through grief, we all go through loss and change in difficult times. And to be able to have the support and the positive social responses when that happens, it's life-changing.
There's always going to be someone that understands you, who knows the same pain as you.
Never give up, ever.